Welcome back to the autumn storm season. We have to continue covering these seasonal events. We already looked at the weekly Forzathon and the photo challenge. If you missed those videos, they will be linked in the description. But now it's time to take a look at the seasonal championships. I'm going to provide tunes for you to use to easily complete all these races and also fully explain how to complete these seasonal championships and make sure everyone knows exactly what they have to do. First off, you can see the car restrictions. You have to use particular car classes and car types to complete these races. If you don't use these particular cars, you will not get completion, I promise you. We're going to first fully look in depth and in detail at how you complete an entire seasonal championship, and then the final two, I'm just going to show the tune and some gameplay with it, and probably give you a few tips along the way. But the first one we have to do is with a modern sports car. It has to be an A class, so guess what? We can use the same BMW Z4 tune that we used last week. So there's the share code for that. Then you just got to make your way over to the first event. You're going to do these in solo for the most part. Make sure you don't switch to a normal event. And then you can actually pop up and see the 3 different events you're going to do. So you can see what type of racing it's going to be, the weather conditions. This is helpful just so you know kind of maybe what tune you need. Do you need rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? But then you just hit start and it will pop the 3 races on your map. They're differentiated by being a white background so that you can find those, and we'll show how to find them easier later. The goal of the championships is to have the most points at the end, so you don't have to come in first place every single race, but obviously that is going to help you. In terms of difficulty, it is locked at highly skilled. It's required, but you cannot put it any higher than that. I also recommend putting on rewind just because it's storm season, there's water everywhere. And trust me, there's just so much that can happen during these races. Rewind did save me once or twice when I was doing all the events, and the events this week are definitely a little bit more challenging than they were last week. So after you complete your first race, you're going to see how many points you got. Then you're going to see the standings for the championship. Again, you just have to have the most points by the end. You don't have to get first place every single time. But then you want to go and filter the seasonal events because it'll make it way easier to find the other 2 events you have to do. They'll say new, and again, they'll have that white background versus having an orange background. Mark the location, start driving over there, and then pretty much same thing. Just make sure you continue championship. Once again, do not switch to a normal event. Don't do anything else. Just hit continue. Get back out there. Try and get that dub. And I'm happy this Z4 tune has ended up being pretty useful. So again, same thing. At the end of the race, you see your points. You'll see the championship standings. Then you got to go back to the world map. Look for that 3rd and final race, mark the location, either obviously fast travel if you have the fast travel free already, or just drive over there, practice your driving skills, and continue the championship once again, continue event, and then get out there and try and full send it without slipping and sliding. These races are very slippery, so throttle control is super important. Don't try and full throttle through every single corner. I promise you, you're just going to be one of those wall riders. And that is it. You see your points total once again. Hopefully you end up in first place for the entire championship. If you don't, obviously you can restart if you have to. Hopefully that's not the case for anybody because this tune should be able to get the job done. Your reward for the first event will only be 50,000 credits this week, and then you'll see the festival playlist completion. So that is it. That is how you do an entire seasonal championship and how you get the completion. But then we got to move over to the next one, and the prize is the BMW X6 M. I just want to point out this is a wheelspin exclusive car. Now just to make it clear, PI stands for Performance Index, so classes, C class, B class, and it says anywhere from 100 to 900, which means you can use any class from D class to S1 class. The tune I ended up using for this championship, obviously you have to use a Sports Utility Hero, but it's an A class tune. Here's the share code for it. I used the Jeep Trackhawk. I didn't go S1 just because cross country can be pretty crazy, especially in the storm season. I wanted to make sure it was a car that's not too fast and that pretty much any player, even if you're newer to the game, should be able to handle and complete this easily with. But like I mentioned, it works the same. Just start up the seasonal championship, do the same thing that we did with the first championship over again. And I'm telling you, these races are crazy, so really pay attention. There's water that you drive through everywhere. It can totally spin you out. And drivatars are obviously drivatars, so look out for them too. The final event, you're going to be able to get the Ranger Raptor, another wheelspin exclusive car. So this one, we need B-class pickups and 4x4s. It is cross-country once again, so you're just going to want to filter for 4x4s. And I want to point out, you can use whatever car you want. You don't have to use my tunes, but I'm just trying to provide something to save you time and hopefully help you easily get the wins. Because all these tunes are very balanced, they're easy to drive, but they're still fast enough to beat the highly skilled drivatars. But there you have it. Those are the 3 seasonal events for the Series 1 Autumn Festival playlist. I really hope this video helps everyone out, saves you some time. If you have any questions at all, please just let me know down in the comment section. Best of luck. Keep practicing. Everyone's going to get better over time. And don't forget that Honda Civic is also an exclusive. But I'm out. I will see you on the next video.